Ugh. I sure do love some coffee. Good. No blue Red Bull? Not today. Not today. I'm sipping on that good coffee. You know what's interesting about this coffee? It's good. That's true. That's true. Alright, enough boring you. Your Discord announcements get more clickbaity every time. Tell me, okay, what is clickbaity about the most incredible, most unbelievable, insane mod you've ever seen? Holy! That's just accurate. That's just exactly a description of this stream. Thank you for the 2, Mateus. Appreciate it, dude.
It's shell time.
It's shell time. What is shell time? What is that? Are you speaking in tongues again? Do I need to be worried about you? What does that mean? What is it? Explain that to me. It's flood crust time? I don't think it is. I don't think it's flood crust time. All right. Enough boring preamble. I need a big sip of my coffee and then I say we get going. All right. Thank you for the... Wait.
Shell time for the snog.
I'm going back. I'm mad. Shell time for the snog. No, I'm not doing that. That's too much work. There's no good reason to. That's just a thing you specifically want. I'm good. That sounds like a lot of work for a little game. Hello! Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's me. I'm the guy. Look at this turret. We got the new turret in the game, dude. Look at that. We got the grenade launcher turret. Isn't that cool? Yeah, pretty fancy. That's pretty cool. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, you like that, huh? Pretty nice. Mortar hog? Pretty much. Yeah, it's like a grenade launcher turret hog. Fires quite far. And, at least as of right now, it's still got the EMP charge grenade on it. As you can see the tip glowing when you hold it there. And then it EMPs everything it strikes. Wow. Little electric burst at the end. Can it take off a scarab? What does that even... Can it take what off a scarab? He's done it again. I know. It's beautiful. And this isn't the only new turret we're going to be getting today. My plan is to get a flamethrower hog in as well. Update today or playtest. If you're talking about for this map, technically there's not even an official release. I just made a pre-alpha to see if it goes in game, and I just decided to give the link to some of you guys because, like, why not? You know, it ain't hurting nobody. So I don't know. I don't really have any plans. I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm thinking about how do I make this map good and make it fun. God, I love coffee. What is that turret? It's a grenade launcher turret. Pretty cool, right? Not bad. Yeah, I do want to do the flamethrower. Not only do I want to do the flamethrower turret today, but I also want to do the flamethrower first person. Now, obviously, I can't do a full first person animation set today. That would be insane. Unbelievably insane. But the dream is that it is done eventually. And I do think it would be pretty cool to have like a giant high-range flamethrower on a map like this. I think that would be super fun. And I would like to do that personally. Me personally. What about Falcata? No, I'm trying to stay away from heavy flying vehicles. The craziest vehicles that will be on this map are going to be the Pelican and the Phantom. And then we're going to have the multiplayer style Falcon here, which is the one that does not have a chin gun. That flies pretty good. Not bad. Is there an ice lake? I'm going to just be doing ice lake textures more than anything. Excuse me. So, no, not currently. But what we did get are these rocks. And I know it might not seem like a lot, but I added like almost 100 of these giant boulders around the map. And I'm going to add even more today. But they really add quite a lot to the map. Everywhere that you see a boulder, anywhere, whether it be that really big one right there or that smaller one right there, I've added so many of these to the map. And I genuinely think it's improved the quality of the map substantially. Like, it's crazy. Look at them all, dude. Look at all those rocks. Look at this rock. Creates a lane split down this little area here. And it provides cover for anybody who's worried about getting shot from across the way. That's wild. Yo! Mateus, thank you for the 5, man. Appreciate the support.
Look at rejected there. So
Okay.
tiny on my monitor. A small, sad little manlet.
I'm not small or sad. I'm actually uncomfortably large and very happy. What about some bushes covered in snow? Yeah, I want to do that and maybe some grass covered in snow, especially around trees and things, like some little patches of it, you know? I think that'd be cool. I like it. Good. Check stream chat of my renders. What did you render? That's so vague. Why is everybody so vague? God damn it, dude. So not you specifically. So many of you guys will just say the most vague shit. Is this Halo 2 Cortana? Why is her hair so long? Also, why am I tripping acid? What am I looking at? Oh wait, you can't see it. Did you modify her hair to be longer? I don't remember Halo 2 Cortana having hair that long. And then, this is the other render. Literally just the pixels imploding. They made her hair longer. It's too short for you. Well, it's not about what you like now, is it? I mean, in that case, it's exactly about what you like because it's your render and you can do whatever you want. But it's not about that. Show the other one. I'm gonna stop taking it. But the only reason I'm kicking unknown from the server.
We say vague things because YouTube hates long text.
I kicked unknown from the server for posting that. Sorry, I got distracted. Unknown posted a really awful AI image of me with a fat ass in a Cortana morph suit with my whole ass out. So I had to immediately kick him from the server. It made me feel way better. Thank you for the 5, by the way. We say big things good YouTube hates long text. Anyway, the rocks are pretty cool. Give me back all the money I never gave you. Stop posting gross pictures of me, like, with my fucking Badussy out. That an AI generated. Nasty. You're gross. Ew. Okay, anyway, I'm done flying around. This is cool. I definitely want to add in some more interesting stuff. Before, honestly, one thing I want to do before we do the playtest is I want to add the middle lane here. Currently, the map is split into 2 lanes rather than 3, where you have this one large complex lane. I guess you could argue that this is like the mid lane because you kind of come down here. But what I wanted to do was have a way for players to go over this cliff here. And, well, not over it, but through it. So, what I want to do is add a tunnel system, or like a Forerunner elevator type thing where essentially you walk over to here from the main spire, and there will be a large and obvious Forerunner structure that will let you know, oh hey, there's a thing here. Pretty straightforward stuff. And you'll come in there, and then since this is so much lower, you'll have to go down somehow, and I'm thinking either elevator, grav lift, you just fall down, something like that. Yeah, some kind of non-natural formation. You'll obviously have to modify the mountain to accept that. And honestly, I don't know where the best place to put. Maybe right here would be the best place to put it, like kind of like halfway, where you kind of like come in, go to the side, and then boom. Oh my goodness. I had a Chobaki before a stream, and it was so good, and my nose is now running unbelievably. I'm dying. It was so worth it, though. I don't care if spicy foods destroy me. It was so tasty. Oh, you big baby? I'm not being a baby about it. Handle that spice. What do you want me to do? You want me to just change my genetic makeup to handle spices better? I love spicy food. My body just reacts to it in an involuntary way. Oh, yeah, sorry. The genetics you were born with weren't good enough. Get better. Like, what do you want me to do? This is just how my body is. It doesn't like spicy food. I love spicy foods. I think it tastes amazing. I'll have so many of them. But I'll be having hiccups and sweating while eating them. Your body also has a weird reaction to coffee sleepiness? True. True. I mean, I feel pretty good. I had a cup of coffee before stream and like 2 other energy drinks earlier in the day. So, you know, I'm feeling pretty good. My ex would dipped Takis and hot sauce. That's insane. That's too far. Use CRISPR gene editing to improve your genes. I don't think that works post-birth, does it? Can you read my request about the Falcon? What'd you say? Make the Falcon's thruster change from blue to orange at max speed like in Reach? Oh, they do, actually. They do. The problem is Halo 3, the way that the human aircraft vehicle works. Notice it's blue right now. It's basically instant. So you don't really get to see the satisfying transition. It's just kind of on immediately. See, it's like 1 or 0, 1 or 0, on or off. So it actually does transition between blue to orange. And from the side, you can really see it, but yeah, that's just Halo 3 for you. If it's up in the air, the engines are on. And you can kind of see it there. It's just a decent amount of blue showing. Ah. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, the grenade launcher turret's pretty sick. I was thinking about this, though. What if I made the grenades from the grenade launcher turret kind of weak? Right now, you know, you shoot like 1, 1, 1, and that makes this just a worse Goshawk, right? This is just straight up a worse Goshawk. What if instead it fired with like a heat meter where you can fire a bunch at once if you wanted to, but then it would burn out, or you could like steady fire them, or like do a burst, let it burn out, and then slowly come back down. I feel like that kind of thing would be kind of sick. If you basically could just you would just... I've lost my will. Calm down, you big baby. Oh, you got kicked from a Discord server. Little drama queen. Oh, sorry, I posted the streamer with a fat fucking booty ass out with an AI generated. There are consequences to your actions, unknown. Just join back. I didn't ban you. I just kicked you. It made me feel good, and I don't regret a thing. 'Cause 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 Do you want? Should we put more rocks down? I feel like we could put more rocks down. Guys, I know how much you guys really love it when I place more rocks on this map. You guys have been begging me, please reject it. Please put more rocks down. We love watching you place rocks, and I hear you. Okay, here at Rejected Shotgun Studios, we hear you, the community. And I generally want to give you what you want. We love Cliff Large. I tried putting the Cliff Large, like, you know, the Ultimate Forge type cliff, the one that I put on Huge Grass too. It honestly just looked like ass. It was really bad. I did not like it. Straight stinky, dude. I'm on the toilet. I will name it Drake. Do not give birth to a shit named me. Gyarados! Thank you for the 8! Or the 5 or fucking conversions. I don't care. Thank you for the support.
Hi Drake. I'm a Halo man.
Me too.
First time poster. Never time viewer.
Okay.
I can't find this map on any Halo game.
Yeah.
Are you using a modded Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you cheating?
No, I'm cheating. I'm straight up cheating. This is... I don't know if you can see right now. I'm matchmaking right now, and I'm about to headshot a guy with aimbot. So, it's kind of sick. This is what it looks like when you have to set up the aimbot to just instantly destroy somebody. It's probably a little different from what you were expecting, but, you know, being a hacker, it's complicated to hard work. Autumn, thank you for the 5.
Oh, stinky.
Yeah. Big stinky. Yeah. I want to place more rocks, dude. I fucking love rocks. They're so cool. The way that they just... the way that they are. You guys know what I'm talking about? I fucking love rocks. Need more rocks on this side. I didn't put as many rocks on this side of the map as I did on that one. Gotta give it some love. And over here, too, there's barely any rocks. That's sad. These little pathways, dude, they're so naked. Ew. So icky, man. So icky. Oh, Autumn, thank you for another 5.
The rock texture is too smooth. They be looking awfully bald.
Yeah, true. They do be looking a little bald. I can't even deny that. I do plan on changing them, though, so don't worry. Right now, I just kind of made the rock textures vaguely match the cliffs. I don't think they look terrible, but I'm definitely going to improve them. I'm only going to improve them, though, after I've textured the map. Because right now, they, like I said, they vaguely match the rocks. But the cliffs and the ground aren't going to look like this in the end. I was only joking. Well, I wasn't, okay? And I take my rocks very seriously. Don't play around with me when I'm talking about the rocks, okay? It's not a joke. It's a big deal. I fucking love rocks. Got a pet rock baby man. Listen, I'm not a baby man. I'm a very serious big man. Large, masculine, big frame. I work out. Very just alpha giga male.
Speaking of bald rocks, when are you doing the 3D scan of your head as a rock?
Oh! I'm not bald. Listen. See, the problem with that is I can't do the 3D scan of my head as a rock because hair, so, like copious amounts of hair, it just doesn't translate very well to like a solid rock, you know? It'd be a little challenging to get all of this luscious hair onto a rock. It would be hard. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. You know, you're asking for a lot here, and it's just I'm not sure if it's gonna be doable. Embrace your community. Yeah, I'm gonna make myself lose massive attraction points just because somebody in my chat thought it'd be funny. Like, what the fuck? Hell no, I'm not shaving my head. There's a reason so many men are scared of going bald. It's because it makes you lose attractiveness.
Just finished Halo CE.
Yeah, I bet you
Fun
did.
and amazing game with a scary moment.
True.
Older game, so wonder if they might ever do a remaster or something cool.
Nah, I doubt it. I doubt they'll ever remaster Halo C. It's an old game. It's a game for boomers. Baby game, basically. It sucks. They should just make an Overwatch 4 at this point and just call it a day, frankly. I don't think they would ever do that. You think Vsauce? I do not have a nice beard, unfortunately. Every piece of facial hair that I can grow is already on my face. We need more tiny rocks. Let's do it. Small rocks everywhere. Let's go. We're already at 86 total rocks on the map. Let's make it even more. Gucci Paws, that's a name I haven't seen in forever. Thanks for the 5 and thanks. Yeah, they are pretty cool. I'm glad you noticed. Me personally, I think these are some of the best rocks maybe ever. So the fact that you can see that, that tells me a lot about you, you know. I think that says a lot of positive things about you and who you are. Not everybody can admire rocks like that. Is Permafrost inspired by Cold Snap from CE? A little bit, yeah. This giant crevice down the middle of the map is heavily inspired by Cold Snap. It's pretty fun. The snow theme and the giant crevice down the middle are inspired, but everything else is just kind of new and different. Real, recognize real, true. True. And then I added something that Cold Snap never had, actually. Cold Snap never had this. So, you know, I think this is a slight improvement over Cold Snap, me personally. Dude, in the first playtest, I hope you know this thing's just going to be wandering around the map occasionally. Like, once every match, I'll probably give it, like, a random timer between, like, 0 and 10 minutes and just have that thing pop up whenever. Or maybe between, like, 3 and 10 minutes. Just make a random variable like that and then just let it go. What's his name? That's Timmy. His name's Timmy. There we go. Oh, that's a good rock, dude. Oh, look at that. The way it's placed right there. Oh, baby! It's a nice rock. I like that. Yeah, we should probably put something like down here, maybe like around this area. It's a little rockless. Thank you for the 2 Gyarados.
Did they do a sequel to Halo C? What is it called?
I feel like they did. It's kind of, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I did. Grok, can you tell me? Grok, can you look that up for me? Grok, did they make a sequel to Halo? I feel like they probably did. Called Halo 2. That's a stupid name. Why is it Halo and then Halo 2? What an uninspired name. They definitely wouldn't call it that, dude. That's really stupid. I suspect that they would come up with something a little bit better. Like, the first one was called Halo Combat Evolved. I doubt they're just going to drop the Combat Evolved and call it Halo 2. Like, come on, dude. It's obviously not going to happen. Okay, we got a good amount of rocks now. I'll do 5 more rocks and then I'll feel satisfied. You know what's sad? I was playing a lot of Overwatch lately. The new update, by the way, fantastic. The game feels so fresh again. I love it. But I was like right before stream, I immediately was like, what if I made an Overwatch mod for Halo 3 called Halo Overwatch? and I started looking into whether or not I could port, like, models and things from the game. It could happen, dude. It could happen. What if they make a Halo game that's all 3 games in one campaign? What would they call that? They'd probably call it like Halo 5, because that's like one, or like Halo 6 actually, yeah, because that'd be Halo, what, like 1, 2, and 3. If you add 1, 2, and 3 together, I had to think about this for a second because the math is kind of hard, but I'm pretty sure that would add up to 6. John Halo game? That's the name of the main character, right? Or am I misremembering? Circle? That's a good name, because like maybe they could call it Ring. Ring is a good name. They might get into copyright trouble with the doorbell company though. It's a bit rough. John Halo is the name of the main character? I think so. That makes sense. That sounds about right. Okay, we got more rocks. We got the rocks down. I like rocks! Ah! Ringworld 5 Defenders. Yes, dude. Oh my god, yes. That's fire, dude. That's fire. They should definitely have a music score that sounds like the generic Marvel stuff. That would be so sick. Give me a generic Marvel orchestral score. Give me like one pretty awesome theme song and the rest needs to be generic Marvel tier orchestra slop. That would be fucking huge. Alright, we got the rocks, guys. We got the rocks. But you know what we need to do now? You know what I mean? We need to get some cool fucking Forerunner things that go in the wall right here, and then it goes down there, and then you come out and you go, ooh, that was, and that's, so we're gonna do that now. And in order to solve this problem of figuring out what Forerunner structures are gonna look good on the map, we're gonna go to the level. Well, one of the levels. We're gonna go to the Ark, because the Ark has giant vehicle Forerunner hallway things. So we're gonna open it up and we're gonna look at those. Excuse me. And we're gonna decide whether or not we're going to use them for this video game, this Halo video game that we're working on here. How can I join multiplayer mod servers? You can't really right now. You just have to invite people to commits regularly. I'll take a look at this actually. Oh, it looks like they are posting lots of commits to the GitHub page they have for the modded custom game browser launcher for Halo MCC, but it is not a public repo, so you can't actually view the code or anything. That's cool though. That's pretty sick. Wait, is YouTube lagging? Let me check. Is my connection bad? Nah, my connection is peak. YouTube said you actually had the best connection maybe ever. There's actually a little notification there that says it on my stream page. It has a little thumbs up. It says you're awesome. Which is so true, by the way. Not to brag, but that's extremely so true. That's so true. Want to do a light bridge? Could do that. The thing is, when I'm talking about where I want to put the Forerunner structure, I just want some way for players to go from right here, on that little spot right there, to down here, to create a sort of hidden third middle lane in the map. Technically, there are 3 lanes already. I will acknowledge that. All right, that is true. If you come through here, you get to go all the way around the outer lane, or you can take this area here through the middle lane, or you can go all the way around through here, loop-de-loop, whatever you want to do, across. But I like the idea that there's a true middle lane that takes you through here. But I don't even know if that's good. Maybe like through here? This is where I want to do it. I want that to be like on both sides. You can just come on through down this bottom bridge. Technically, that would make this a 4-lane map, which is kind of annoying, but 3 lanes definitely works better, but it's whatever. I know it could be cheap, but what about vehicle teleporters? I was thinking about that because earlier I was like, well, I'd like to do a playtest soon. What if I just do vehicle teleporters for it? Not a bad idea, but I feel like it's more of a temporary stopgap than anything else. And the way I'd want to do it is to have, like, to make that balanced, I would have like one sender node right here and a receiver node right here, which would then break the flow of this because there would be a sender node here and a receiver node. Thank you for the 2, Mateus. I think I'll focus on what I want to focus on today, which is this. So I think, so if I had receiver nodes, which would be like the most reasonable balanced way to do it, because it would be instant teleport's kind of busted. Well, I guess it's not that busted, but I would just want the ability to just go from one side all the way to the other. All right. I'm going to go to this BSP. CE tunnels. Well, the thing is, I could do the CE tunnels. In fact, I did do the CE tunnels on huge grass. But I thought what might be even better than doing the CE tunnels would be the arc tunnels, which I don't really like the outside of them because they're basically just, you know, giant Forerunner walls, which do look great, mind you. I even used these Forerunner style walls on the original Ultimate Forge 2. But I wanted... Oh. Nothing back here yet. Here. These are the big Forerunner tunnels that the only big Forerunner tunnels I'm aware of. Where back... Where the fucking... Hello! Take me to the next spot, please. Is this the next spot? Sort of. Yeah, it's basically these
tunnels.
Thank you for the 2 minutes. Arc tunnels go hard. I really like them. So this is... Yeah, rooms like this. Now, obviously, I don't necessarily want to go this crazy in the tunnels. I could, but I probably won't. But I like the idea of having tunnels like these, because then you could just kind of shove them into a wall somewhere. We got some big-ass doors, though. But yeah, I could basically take, like, this big structure here, let people go through, have the doors open, and instead of there being, like, these barricades or whatever on the inside here blocking vehicles, it could be, like, totally open and just kind of allowing you to go through, like, some long, windy path or go down somewhere. The trouble is I want it to be vehicle accessible, and if you look in the actual layout of the map, there's this gigantic fucking Game of Thrones wall here. And I would basically need to, even if I wanted to do a ramp, it would be extremely steep. So it's kind of out of the question to do that, which genuinely leads me to be a bit confused on what to do here. I could do like a tunnel. Can these stupid tunnels learn to... Maybe I could just do like a big ramped tunnel. That might not be a bad idea. Diggy diggy hole. Yeah, let me try that. Let me see what the angle of the tunnel would have to be. We'll try a little experiment here. For this, I'm going to make a cube. We'll do cliff tunnels. So this will be tunnel test. And if we just make this kind of big, so let's just, for the sake of whatever, actually let me make a Halo prop. Halo 3 Warthog. Okay, so this tunnel is plenty big. You could easily fit a dropship through here. So that's very large. So the idea that I was having was this, like, what if I wanted to drag the tunnel out here, bring it down to here. Thank you for the 5, Mateus. Appreciate it.
Just have an elevator that constantly is going up and down. Next concern.
I don't know. I don't really like the idea of having elevators going up and down all the time. That kind of sucks, to be honest. So that's way too steep. I think it goes without saying that is way, way too steep. Generate to scale model is actually goated. I agree. Yeah, so as much as I wish this could work, that's way, way too steep of an angle. So there's two possibilities here. One possibility is that I do some kind of elevator, but if I wanted to do a ramp, I could push this way back like that. And essentially, I could just carve out another opening here. I do low-key want to try that really quickly just to see if it's feasible. Make sure. Okay, so I did learn an interesting Blender quirk. So when you go into sculpt mode and you turn on dynamic topology, it does completely erase all of your textures. And if I were to save right now, it would wipe all my vertex data for the textures, which would make me want to die. So we're going to try to avoid that if we can. This is the general idea. It'd be something like this. Thank you for the 5 minutes.
Club 69 has a goated suggestion with a Kira-style ramp elevator.
A Kira-style ramp elevator? Oh, like the Halo 2 ones. I mean, that's doable for sure, like kind of like the Cairo Station ones. Definitely not a bad idea. I kind of like it.
Drak, the dragon is done. Their name is Prisma for semi-obvious reasons.
Prisma? That's a good name. Because he's prismatic in color. What do you guys think? Was it a good or a bad idea to have a big ramp there that leads directly into the base? It kind of prevents a lot of the utility and usefulness of this, like, giant wall here. So I don't know if I like this idea, frankly. DMs. Let's see. The finished piece of work. Ooh, wait, that goes hard. What the fuck? This reminds me of, there was, oh god, does anyone know what I'm talking about? There was a book series when I was in elementary school that had like these really cool covers on the hardcovers with like jewels and feathers and stuff, and it was about dragons. Oh man, this reminds me of the dragons from that. A gem alert! That is sick. Answer my question? I must have missed your question, Brian. Can you add props to bipeds? It'll help me in animating marines to use phantoms. Can you add... What do you mean props? Like crate objects? You can add crate objects to bipeds. You can even do it with scripts if you want, so you can attach and detach stuff. So if you wanted somebody to like drop something, you could just like have them open their hand in the animation, and at the exact timing in the script, you could detach the object from their hand. It was really nice though, dude. That's sick. Oh, that's a really steep hill. It's a very, very steep hill. I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm gonna give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, then whatever. But if it does work, I think it'll work pretty nicely. Go back to object mode. Save as. Make a new save. We'll sculpt in the other side here. Okay, what do you guys think? Yay or nay? I'm thinking yay. I wanted to put some cool Forerunner stuff here, but honestly, this might just work even better. I guess we could just go in game and try it, right? Like, it's not like the end of the world or anything.
What's up? Is that
Hey!
big enough for Mantis?
Orgalord, thank you very much for the 2, and it should be, yeah. Should be more than big enough for the Mantis. As you can see from the Warthog here, this little square is the Warthog, so the Mantis should fit pretty comfortably in here. Though I suppose it might struggle a bit going up. It's a very large ramp. I won't know until I'm in game just how well this works, but we'll certainly find out pretty soon. I think this will open up this lower part of the map a lot more, make it a lot more feasible. I think if I had gone with my original idea of using a Forerunner-y, like, how do I put it? If I had used a Forerunner tunnel, I think it would have made people not really care about this area at all. I think people would have just kind of wanted to ignore it. Which, like, fair, honestly. It would have, like, been kind of out of the way, but making it a full-on terrain pathway, I suspect will encourage players to use this area a bit more. It's just big and visually there. It's kind of hard to ignore. Orgalorg! Thanks for becoming a member! Much appreciated. Also, is your name an Adventure Time reference? Is that what that is? I swear to God there was a thing in Adventure Time called Orgalorg. It's been so long since I watched, though, I forgot. Or maybe it just sounds silly. In which case, also fantastic. Okay, that's pretty clean. We can work with that. Do the same thing over here. That. And then I'll just do this. Okay, that should... Oh, I was going to say it's good, but there's a couple areas that still look kind of funky. What the fuck? Alright, now we texture. Not bad. With that color contrast, gives me a little visualization to work with and clean some of the stuff up a little nicer. Oh, I guess one downside is it does kind of split this whole cliff onto its own island a bit. I suppose it's also not the end of the world because I can just do this. Clear seam. And then do the same thing over here as well. Well, I guess I should do the texturing first. So we'll go like that. I gotta work on this a little bit more. Mod are also doing Adventure Time low-key based. Oh, dude, when I moved out of my parents when I was in high school, I would just sit there in the loft of my older brother's townhouse and just watch Adventure Time till like 3 a.m. He'd be like, "Oh, why are you so tired today at school?" And I'm just like, "Oh, you know, so much studying." I just binged like 3 seasons of Adventure Time. Should watch Distant Lands and Feed on Cake. I've heard good things about them. I keep seeing it pop up on my timeline on social media occasionally, and I'm like, that looks like I might be into it. I really enjoyed Adventure Time. I don't know if it's going to have like the same vibe, but if it's anything similar, I think I'll like it. Okay, I think we should be good here on the ramps. My thing I'm imagining now, though, is that they're going to be way too steep, but I don't know. We'll find out. It's kind of cool, though. I like the way that it splits up the rocks. It's a little bit lazy. I might want to make the rocks a little nicer, frankly, but whatever. All right, let's take the cliff texture real quick. Do a nice unwrap again. Here's our cliff UVs. I think it's angle based. Yeah, angle based, and then ground. I don't know if I think ground might be minimum stretch I did. No, it was definitely angle based. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that looks good. That looks very good, actually. I say we put this in game with all our new rocks and these new test pathways to kind of see how it plays out. Like those ramps line up with the bridge means it's time to go fast? Hell yeah. What I will have to do, though, is punish players who are trying to just use this area instead of going all the way around. Because my concern right now is this becomes the go-to fighting area and the rest of the map becomes ignored. Because right now, the rest of the map was the main area you would have fought in, basically. But this could open the door to just the most annoying, most direct path. And I would prefer that doesn't happen. To be honest, that might be a problem. I think it will be a problem. The punish is camping the ramps of the Scorpion tank. True. I think I need some way of preventing people. You know what? What I could do is make it so that you can get down from this ramp, but you can't get back up, at least on a vehicle. If I make it so that like a player can get back up, but a vehicle can't, I think that would probably be the move. Let me at least see how this plays out, though. We'll put this in game, see how it plays out, but I suspect that that might be it. I might be him, to be honest. Alright, then we gotta do our little trickery here. To make the map look extra good, we grab all the bevels. Fix our selections. Whoops. Oh, wait, I already applied the fucking decimate modifiers. No! Undo. Okay, now we do this. So we grab all the bevels on our high quality, beautiful map. Get rid of that one. There's one right here. And if I recall correctly, that was literally everything except for this weird spot over here, and this little tricky one. Was that everything? Oh, there was one more over there. Okay, so yeah, we click Control B to bevel, 20, enter, and then we assign that to the ground material. Then we're also going to remove that from the interior decimation so that the bevels stay super high quality even when we crunch the map down right here. And now we crunch the map down. And now we export. Oh, I lied, wait. We gotta make the sky. Can't have a map if it's not closed up with a skybox. Let's go! Alright, now I gotta pull up all my folders because I totally forgot to do that. But the good news is that I have the folders. What 3D modeling software did Bungie use? They used 3ds Max. Yeah, they used 3ds Max and had like a whole internal system for it and everything. But now we Halo modders generally, not everyone, but generally use Blender because one, it's free, but also the mod tools that connect between the game engine and the 3D program is for Blender. Made by the wonderful General 101 and also I Love a Good Crisp. Both of them insanely talented goats, absolute kings. Thank you for the 3! Says Drake on a campaign mission?
Is Drake on a campaign mission?
How did I know he was going to say that? How did I know he was going to say that, dude? Oh my god, I'm so... yeah, I was looking for the Forerunner tunnels, seeing if there was any inspiration I could draw from. Because I was originally going to do a Forerunner tunnel as the way between the upper area and the lower area. And then I ended up just doing a gigantic terrain ramp instead. Which might not be the move, but we'll see. I think what I might do is just have like a cliff at the bottom. Oh, it exported. I have kind of a fire idea for it, but I don't know how well it'll work. So we're gonna give it a try to see. Levels, multi, huge towers, structure, replace. Then we run the tool command. So we activate tool by typing tool, and then we do structure command. Then we do levels, multi, huge towers, structure, huge towers, .s. And we just simply let that cook. Simply it cooks. But it's me, I'm the one cooking. Snowbound? There's bound to be some snow if you play on this map. What are you fucking doing in chats? Why are you speaking German right now? What's happening? Like, that's fine, I guess. I just don't understand it because I don't speak or read German. The Avalanche? I mean, we do have some stuff from Avalanche here. Like, this structure here is from Avalanche. Kinda cool. Speaking Spanish and German. I'm caught Krauthand. What does that mean? Oktoberfest? Yeah, that's something. That's a holiday I can get behind. I'll tell you what. America. Matthias, thank you for the $5
Ich
super
weiß,
chat.
du
Okay.
kannst das nicht verstehen, aber ich glaube, es wird lustig sein, deine Zeit zu verschwenden.
It's not the lyrics to a song. Or did you just make some shit up? Du hast. I don't think it's Du hast. Bratwurst. So real, so based. I know you can't understand this, but I think it'll be fun to waste your time. Me personally, I ain't translating shit. I'm too busy. Look how busy I am. Guys, I'm so busy right now. Guys, I'm so busy. Look how, are you seeing how busy I am? Thank you, Google Translate, for your questionably accurate translations. Dude, I learned recently something interesting about Translate and Google Translate. If you've noticed, all of the translation services in the past few years have gotten unbelievably good. Ungodly levels of accurate translations. Like, translating is a solved problem. It's amazing. It used to be so bad. It used to be so fucking funny how bad it would be. Like, you could not even translate English to, like, Japanese, for example. Like, the languages were too different on, like, a strict rule structure. It was awful. But I found out recently, okay, AI is, like, the perfect thing for translation. It's so good. Because the way it works is when you... AI doesn't memorize words. It memorizes concepts and the way that they're related to each other, like how an actual brain does. And it just knows that words are loosely related to them. So if you give an AI like a gazillion languages, it'll just associate words and concepts from different languages and phrases and things all together like the human brain does, which makes it unbelievably good at translating between different languages, because it's really, it just understands the concepts of what you're telling it, and then it translates the concepts into actual words afterwards, which is so cool to me. I think that's just so interesting. I love that shit, dude. If only AI didn't have such a bad reputation because people use it for fucking AI art slop and stealing shit. Man, that technology is so fucking interesting. I think it's the coolest shit ever. W translators, though. Translation is a solved problem. I wonder if AI can be used to enhance video game enemies. I think AI needs to, like, become a lot cheaper to use before that can happen. AI could easily become insanely good for, like, AI bots and AI in video games. The problem is the computation cost. If AI computation costs continue to go down and you can run it on cheaper and cheaper hardware and it becomes essentially mundane to run AI, which inevitably, right, that's going to happen. That's just how it is. That's going to happen eventually over time. Once that happens, yeah, AI in video games are going to be insanely good. 2 computers to play games now. It's a ways off still, but it's going to happen. Hey, Oyster, thank you for 14 months. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. It's good to see you. Hey, Rejected, how goes the modding? We have 56 merged. I gotta go find that. We're working on today new Warthog turret? Yes, we are, but also, hold on, I gotta go find this rock. I'm at risk typing this now. Yeah, you should be scared. I want you to think deeply and be in immense fear. Because I'm evil. Where's my... Okay, rock 56. Apparently I've duplicated one accidentally. No? Weird. Said I did. Huh, odd. Cluster 11 has... Oh, it's just barely too many strip segments. No! Okay, we gotta add a little bit more to our portals then. I don't know which cluster is 11, though. Which one is 11? Can I tell in-game? Does it tell me? We go structure data, cluster points. Yeah, I have no idea which one that is, but I'll just split it up a little bit more. I'm gonna presume... Oh, you know what? I gotta get rid of this too. Shit. I'm gonna presume it's this one, and I'm gonna split it... like that. Maybe I'll just have what I'll have to do. Okay, hopefully that fixes it. Alright, let's re-export it again real quick. Speed time, here we go, here we go. Save, let's go. Make the trees real, get rid of the particle generator, create the beveled edges that I preset beforehand, selecting the bevels, getting rid of the accidental handful of faces that are generated from there, and then we gotta go to fix these right here. We have this boom, boom, and then this section right here. Alright, now that's all of those, so we can do bevel 20. That generates a nice beveled surface for all of those. Make sure they're assigned to the ground material. Then we're going to remove them from the decimate modifiers so that those bevels don't get crunched up, because they totally would. Now we can run the crunching modifiers to fucking get this shit down heavily. And lastly, we got to create the sky here to close the map up, and then we can export. Look at that, dude. Not that bad. I'm really getting the hang of this now. So we close those up, make sure it's sky material, sky, sky. Okay, we should be good. Let's export it. You somehow fix those faces from getting selected? I've seen you have to deselect them manually so many times. Unfortunately, no. Not to my knowledge, anyway, because the way that Blender is reading it, it's the way that vertex groups get saved. Vertex groups, they don't save the exact edges, they save the exact vertices. So those vertices are the 3 vertices that make up a whole triangle. So when I redo that selection, even in edge mode, it doesn't know that it's supposed to select only the edges. It also, so when it selects all 3 vertices, it creates a face. And if there was a way to do edge groups instead of just vertex groups, that would be fantastic. But as far as I know, Blender only does vertex groups. Oh, yeah. Dude, I can't wait to see how this map is looking with the new rocks, with the big ramps. Okay, so here's my idea, by the way. My idea was, like, you know how there's going to be a giant ramp here, like the one I just made? My thought is, obviously it's super broken if you can drive a vehicle down here, cross the bridge, and then just take the vehicle up here. Nobody's ever going to go the long way around the map. But, are we doing some texture painting tonight? We might, actually. We might be doing some texture painting tonight. But here's the idea that I had. I think I still have the cliff in the map, right? I don't. Let me add it real quick. My idea was... make a cliff instead of a ramp, right? Yeah, basically it would be the same ramp, but at the bottom of the ramp would be a short drop-off cliff that you would have to, like, drive off of. That would basically just prevent people from driving back up it. So you could drive down the ramp, but you could not drive back up. Where's it? Terrain, cliff. Really got a terrain, cliff, medium, snow, because it's vaguely similar. So yeah, it would kind of be like this. At the bottom of the ramp, you'd have like a... I mean, it would look smoother than this, but a cliff, basically. That way, even though there would be a giant ramp here opening, you wouldn't be able to drive up it. You would get stuck, and you'd be like, damn. Oh, wait, McLister? Where? Hunter? Where are you? It said... check Discord, important. Oh, shit, okay. Okay, did it finish exporting yet? Okay, it did. Wonderful. Someone's trying to break your stream? It's true. They were trying to break in, but unfortunately my stream is too powerful. While this imports, I'm going to go AFK for just a quick second. I will be right back.
Share emoji, 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 share emoji.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. All right. Sorry, I was attending to this extremely important matter. Unseal the poop boulder? What? I am now convinced that half of this chat is deeply mentally ill, and I think that's for the better, personally. I think normal people are boring. And sad. I love my wife. Really? That's cool. I think I will work today. Okay, bro. Please, please let it work. Please. Please import, please! How much you want to bet I chopped the wrong portal zone into different pieces and it's still going to go, cluster's too large. Haha, your cluster's too big. It's gonna give me red text and it's gonna say cluster, too many vertices in your cluster. Ha ha ha. I'm just waiting for it. It worked! Oh my god, I'm a genius. I take it all back. Oh my god, I'm so smart for figuring that out first time. Oh my god, my brain, enormous expansive. More rocks. Look at, we're about to see so many tiny rocks appear. And a giant ramp. It's gonna be crazy. Prepare yourself. I don't think you guys are ready for how freaking amazing this is gonna be. Yeah, a fun fact for any of you guys who haven't heard me rant about this before, but yeah, every Halo map file is known as a .as file, and all the structures in it, if you read the console, are called poops. It's a true story. Ooh, that's a steep-ass hill. God damn. I suppose it'll become less steep once I add the little cliff at the bottom, but still, holy fuck. Mateus, thank you for the 5.
No, you're mentally ill.
Okay.
You've been alone in this stream this whole time. We're all figments of your imagination.
Yeah.
You need to wake up.
Oh, no, no, it's not true. It's not. Is that fucking true, though? Yeah, my worry is that this makes it too easy, and I suspect that is absolutely the case. Holy fuck, I'm going, like, straight down. It's way too steep. Yeah, this definitely needs to be blocked off with a cliff. 100%. There's no world in which this is balanced. It's just a straight shot around the whole map. Ain't no fucking way. Is there a hard limiter? Can you just keep adding portals? I'm sure there's a limit eventually, but for the most part, yeah, you can just keep adding portals. If your map is too big and complicated, the game will just refuse to import it with a weird error. Oh yeah, the treads, dude. The treads don't give a fuck about steep cliffs. Steep cliffs. That's crazy, dude. Alright, let's zoom around a little bit. I want to see some of the new rocks I placed down. I'm a big rock enjoyer. Damn, look, there's one of them right there. That's crazy. And I mean, overall, this does look really nice. I think if I block this area up, it'll probably be nice. It'll probably work pretty good. Just give it a cliff there so you can't get back up through there. Kind of huge. Can make this a... I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, body. Reality sucks. Depends, you know. Life goes through ups and downs. If you're at a down part, you know, then you gotta be on the up and up. Inevitably. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, I think the terrain of this area feels like really good to drive around in. It feels just good. The differences in height and elevation, the like layout of everything here, I genuinely am very happy with this. I think this is really, really nice. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. I think you should... So you know how... It's definitely unbalanced to leave these ramps just open like this. I think they're good. But my thought is this. I'm going to put like a cliff down here so vehicles cannot get up. But I'll put small pathways so that players and people on foot could go up if they wanted to. Can you at least share the Halo 2 chair? Sorry, it's just too much power. You think I can just give out my gaming chair to just anybody? Yeah, I don't... That's... You're just asking for a lot there. It just seems pretty impossible. Can I watch your stream? I'll allow it. I'm feeling nice today. I'll allow it, but just this once. I'll give it a watch. Yeah, fucking I bet you will. I bet you will. That seems like something you'd do. Bald Unk, add the Master Chief gun. The Fortnite guy? I'm gonna add his gun? I don't even think his gun's in Fortnite. Isn't that just a regular gun? Just shoot good? Shoot gun. Alright, let's see if we can do this. We'll build up the cliff face right around here. I'll try to make it kind of round-ish. Flatten out the top of it. Make it a little easier to see with some flat shading. Have you fixed the Spire top yet? Just curious. In what way? There's a lot of work that still needs to be done on them, so I'm not sure what you're talking about specifically. So this is kind of the idea here. Vehicles cannot get up, but then I could add like a ramp and players could. I think that's going to be the move here. Seems to be at my current level about 2 to 3-ish faces high. We can work with that. The bug report I made? I haven't... You made a bug report for this map? I'm not gonna lie, I definitely have not checked it. This map is not even released or in a playtest phase. I didn't even know there was a place for people to report bugs for this yet. The only reason that people even have played this is because I just figured why not, and I just let people try out the version I shoved into MCC just as a test to see if it even functioned. Plasma rifle. It's either plasma rifle or public relations. I don't know which one. Okay, I think I can work with this. Into edit mode we go. Let's clean this up. That's decent. Move this one out a little, make it have like a rounder shape overall here. Not bad. What the fuck is this? Ah, whatever. Okay, that's not bad. Add this to the cliff material. Okay. Clean this up a little, 'cause it's got a bit messy. Alright, this needs to be the ground material. Are these ground material? These are also ground material. Okay, we're cooking. I'm gonna make this a seam, so that way the rock can properly blend there. We gotta do the other side, but I think that's pretty good. That'll prevent players from getting up here, or well, at least players in vehicles, and I could potentially add a little walking path that leads up the hill for players on foot. I don't know if a player on foot would ever want to go up there, but it's doable. Alright, now let's fix up this one, because it looks like a fucking bowl of oatmeal. Jesus. Okay, that looks pretty good. We're cooking here. Juice in GTA 5? Yeah, that's the game he came from, isn't it? Master Chief from Grand Theft Auto, and then they added him into Fortnite? Or am I misremembering? Pretty sure that's how that went. Okay, this looks pretty good. It'll do, it'll do. Okay, that's good, I think. Make a quick UV seam down the side. Oh, wait, I almost forgot these. These are ground textures. I'll make a quick UV seam down here. That way the rocks can kind of split there a little nicer. And I think that should be good. That'll prevent vehicles from going up there. Not bad, not bad. Let's save for sure. And if we look at this in game, yeah, I think this will be a pretty major improvement. Let's do the textures real fast. Let's UV selection here. We'll do unwrap angle based. Do the same thing with the cliffs. Just got those new areas on there. Perfect. Awesome. Now let's put this in game. Let's go. Gonna work on the Flamethrower this stream yet? We haven't worked on it yet, but I'm definitely down to work on it. We're only like an hour and a half in. This is basically the beginning of the stream still. Oh, it does feel like it's going really slowly. I feel like it's because I'm doing so much dense work right now. But we're actually doing it pretty quickly, so that's kind of sick. Alright, first things first, to get this in game, we make the trees real, get rid of the auto generators, then we're gonna do the bevels again, as we must. Ethan! Wait a minute, 19 months! Let's fucking go, dude! Thank you very much for coming by and coming back as a member. Much appreciated, dude. Your googie woogie is showing, Schnooky Bear. No? Can somebody please tell me what the fuck that means? Ugh. Okay, I think we're good. Now we just bevel 20. Assign ground texture. Remove from inbounds decimation groups. Oh shit, wait. That's probably fine. I'm gonna do this manually, but I do need to add this back later because I'm too lazy to do it. I'm gonna bevel these edges here. Nice. Okay, let's put this in the game. I'm gonna put this in the... Oh, we're not ready yet. We gotta apply the decimator. Create our sky. Okay, we should be good to go now. Update to the test workshop map. I guess I need to bake lighting still, but yeah, we can do that soon. With the updated warthogs, all the new rocks, and the beautiful, massive upgrades to the structure and everything. Honestly, over the past, like, few days that I've been cooking again on this map, things have changed pretty drastically. Baked lighting, yes, yes. How's the Ultimate Forge Polish going? To be honest, I haven't made any progress on it in the past, like, 2 days. But there's not much left. I've just been unbelievably busy. It's been a whole thing. I should have plenty of time to work on it tonight and tomorrow, though, so I should get the bulk of what's remaining taken care of then. There's not much left. Oh, what the fuck? How did that get turned into the... Oh, it's just a texture thing. Got all painted snowy. Just excited to make a map for the next game. No, don't worry. I promise you it is coming very soon. Unfortunately, I do get very busy with real life stuff. It's kind of painful. Good, you know, to have a life and be busy doing stuff, but just bad when I'm trying to no-life Halo mods. Damn, this map looks so cool already. I can't wait to play it, dude. This is gonna be so fun. Add a flyable plasma pistol? I don't know. This is art. If you've ever seen art before, this is what it looks like. Is it done exporting? Oh, it is. Okay, and I'm in the background. I'm importing the new update with the fixed cliff bits. I don't know what this is, but I need it. It's a work of art, to be honest. I gave the shield on the dome like 100,000 health, and this thing does so much damage that you can actually see the color of it subtly changing to a slightly more reddish hue. That's just how unbelievably strong that stupid plasma pistol is. Blue, less blue. And when we do the playtest, or if you want to mess around with this map once I put a little update out for it, you'll be able to do this. To instantly take the shield down. I want to see what it looks like from the outside. Hold on. I can never see it because it's so bright and the bloom kicks in so hard. I'll fly far away and see it. Still flying. Still going. Almost there. We are getting there. Alright, this will do. Control my player, melee the console. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. The one on the test map didn't explode as much as I tried. Yeah, they can't blow up on the test map as far as I know. I didn't add the full destruction feature for them in the map yet. I removed the destruction and replaced it with the shield going down. Map is importing. He'll do PBR or something. Textures. Dude, I've been playing so much Overwatch lately that I unironically want to make an Overwatch themed mod in the Halo engine. I know. Nobody's going to be there for it. Nobody's going to want it. But imagine, dude, flying the Overwatch dropships, playing as a little Overwatch soldier man, running around. Not Soldier 76, a generic soldier guy. Fighting Omnics, man. That'd be sick. Wonder why it looked weird. Was the shield going down? Oh, yeah, yeah. No destruction, just the shield. Maybe make a quick mini mod. That'd be fun. Yeah, April Fool's is coming up. Halo Overwatch. Watch as I infringe on all the copyrights. It actually wouldn't even be that bad if you think about it, though, because Microsoft owns Blizzard now. That's a crossover that's legally compatible. Microsoft, we gotta DMCA this. Wait, we own both properties. Shit. The Falcon goes inside the spire. Yeah, unfortunately, I still have a lot of collision stuff to do on the spires. They are still pretty rough. Shouldn't be too bad, though, all things considered. I suspect it won't be too hard to get, like, a decent collision on this whole thing. You think with every vehicle and weapon swapped? Yeah. You have to drive the assault rifle around and you use the Warthog as a weapon. You just pick it up and throw it. Rip a map file from Overwatch, estimate the fuck out of it so it's meme-worthy, cram it into Blender, and convert it to solve the player's model. It's doable. I was looking it up. I was like, can you even rip from Overwatch? And I looked it up earlier. You actually can. There's actually a whole tool set people have made for it, like with Blender and like ripping and everything. It's actually doable. I might experiment with it after stream to see if there's anything I can do with it. Maybe make for a funny mod, but I don't know. I was thinking about it too. I was like, Overwatch's like art style is actually fairly compatible with Halo 3's engine, because it's not like, I don't think it really uses. If it uses PBR, it's doing it in a very artistic and tasteful way. The lighting in the Overwatch engine actually reminds me a decent amount of the Halo 3 engine. Oh, let's go! It's importing. It's importing. Say goodbye to the mega ramps and say hello to the carefully gameplay balanced and designed ramps. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, that's fair. That's a good point, actually. That probably should have, like, come to mind. I was just thinking, I was like, I've never seen anybody rip, like, an Overwatch map before, so I was like, maybe you can't even do it. Maybe the engine's too protected, but you know what? That's a fair point. That is a fair point. Oh, this needs to be... Well, maybe this is fine. Let's give it a try. Let's grab a hog. Of course, we can't go up the other side. Ever notice the canopies on the hogs? Yeah! You do not want to know how much effort it took to get them to look like they match the Warthog. But yeah! Okay, we can't go up this thing. It's a little crunchy looking. I'll have to smooth it out a little bit, but we can use this pathway to make our way up here. Turn your whole map into pure Mega Blocks? Hell no. You know where I can find on Halo 2 light Jackal shield function, it gives me an error. I mean, I would check on the Jackal's biped. It probably exists on there. Either it's on the Jackal's weapon tag for the Jackal shield or the Jackal's biped tag. It'll be a function on one of those, 100%. Oh my god, I need to ramp that. Jesus, I just went flying off of it. Yeah, that's nice though. It's just another way out of the base. You can't use it to get back up and in. I mean, obviously you could on a flying vehicle, but if you were in a flying vehicle, you could have just gone over the cliff anyway, so it's not really a huge deal. I think that's nice. That adds a decent bit of fun to the map. Unfortunately, this might make flag runs a little easy, but also it technically was the exact same level of ease to do this before as well, because you could, again, just fly over the cliff. If you're playing Capture Flag, you'd be like, go, 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 and then just fucking dip on over. Ooh, but also, if I was doing Capture the Flag, maybe the place you would want to take the flag wouldn't be there. Maybe you would want to come over here, take the flag, and then you'd have to take it to like the human base over here. That might be the move. Long route, short route, keep teams on their toes. True. And realistically, that route is only viable to flyable vehicles, which I also could make it so all flying vehicles spawn over here as well. So like you only get ground vehicles in the Spire, and flying vehicles can only spawn over here. Take flag from human base, return to the Spire. True, that's not a bad idea either. Though to be fair, if you're stealing a flag, I feel like it'd be a lot more fun to steal the flag from a Spire than it would be to steal the flag from a human base. Like, returning it to the human base, sure. But if you're going to steal a flag, I don't know if it's something I'd even do, to be honest, but if you're going to steal a flag, I think it would be sick if you could be, like, you know, ferrying somebody up here, and then you'd be like, go, 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 and you, like, have them get out, and you're, like, chilling, just waiting. They get the flag, they jump on your Falcon, and you're like, oh shit, dip, and then you gotta fly it, like, all the way back. I think it's a lot more fun. So definitely taking the flag from the Spires is the move, but yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, this map is really starting to look good. Like, I don't say that in like an egotistical way, I'm saying that in like this map looked really bad and empty and stupid before, and I really feel like it's become a lot nicer, denser, and more polished. It was a very simple map originally. I like it. Happy Forever Alone Day for all of us loners. Hey, it's a good opportunity to go out and find other lonely people. And be like, damn, haha, so lonely today, huh? And they're like, haha, me too. And then you both look at each other deeply in the eyes and you start smooching big time. Would be too much to add the avalanche grab lifts into Ultimate Forge. I mean, they could be added. But I feel like the man cannons already kind of fill up that space. Sounds kind of gay. I mean, if that's how you were imagining it, it would be. You know, I was imagining a guy and a girl, you know, like meeting up at a bar or something. But if you want to imagine it that way, you can. That's just where your mind went first, so maybe that's what you want. That's fine. Most girls are not single, but are not alone single, but not loners. That's true. In the current age of the internet, there are many, many girls who are just absolutely getting all the attention they could ever want. Like, oh my god, I can never find a good boyfriend. Anyway, you want to go play Valorant together? Not that I like you or anything, but I just really like hanging out with you because you give me attention. You know what I'm talking about. You know the type. If she's the right one when she wants to play Halo with you. If she is willing to play Halo with you, that is a big sign. TBH NGL FRFR. What about fat guys with mental disorders? Become less fat and work on your mental. You got this. That shit's 100% possible. Listen, man, all I'm saying is, I was asking for a friend. All I'm saying is, if you or a friend are like, damn, I'm fat and I got mental issues, and then that's the end of the sentence, you're just letting your insecurities beat you. You're letting life beat you down and stop you from having a positive outlook on a wonderful world, and stopping yourself from self-improvement, which is an extremely satisfying and very reasonable process that's not as hard as you think it is. It makes me so sad that I'd be seeing people like looking at the news and reading all these doom and gloom articles. People seem to not realize these days that all of these articles that you see, all the news coming out, is designed to make you feel like shit. And it makes you feel like the world sucks. Fun fact, the world doesn't suck. The world is fucking fantastic and incredible. And if you just stop listening to this bullshit news that's literally designed to engage your brain with negativity, it's designed to entertain you? No, it's designed to make you angry. I don't know if this is like a secret that people just don't know or forgot about or didn't learn growing up, but news is designed to make you angry. The emotion that gets the most powerful engaged response, it's been known for fucking 100 years, the emotion that gets you the most powerful engaged response with news stories and things is anger. If you watch the news and you get angry, you are in it. That's how they get you, dude. If you feel angry and disappointed because you're reading the news all the time, fun fact, their psychology is working on you. You are falling for it. You're taking the bait. You're being cringe. Stop reading it. Stop feeding into it. They specifically make it sound way worse than it is on every single fucking topic. And if you fall for it, you're being cringe, and you have to look yourself in the mirror and go, I'm cringe for buying into this bullshit. I gotta move these trees around. The trees have like generally nice locations here, but some of them are just like in really stupid places. Like these trees right here, like that's just in the way so hard. Be mad and buy our products. Be mad and keep watching the news. Be mad and keep scrolling your social media feed. Oh my god, look at this post. Oh, doesn't it make you angry? Aren't you so glad you're playing for the team that you like? Oh, look at how stupid the other team is. Doesn't it make you mad when they do something that makes you mad? Oh, aren't you so mad? Oh, good thing your team is the right team. That, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, it's so stupid. Just don't engage with it. Be better. Rise above it. It's all bullshit. Phantom does feel good on this map, though. I like this. I'm gonna go grab the Snellican. Be mad and buy our products. Exactly. Consume product, be angry. I gotta shit again. Yeah, it's healthy bowel movements. We love our healthy bowel movements. You know, before I forget, I gotta remove the weird, like, there's a solid pitch black covering over the top of this grate, and I don't know what it's from. I think it's a failed collision surface that's set as a render or something. I gotta find out what that is. Hopefully we talk about something else. Sorry, I hate propaganda so much on every side from any source, regardless of what it is. I feel very passionately about how much I hate propaganda. It is the antithesis of free-thinking people. Drake's wig is propaganda. That's not true. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so yes, that's true. Go out there and smooch some ladies or some boys, depending on your preference. Do you. Just go smooch somebody. And if you don't smooch somebody, go smooch ChatGPT. I don't know, man. Okay, this is looking good, but where, let me go check this out. What are you? Roof metal grade A versus roof floor. Yeah, I think this is just supposed to be, oh yeah, this is set to large collidable, and this is set to two-sided, but no, this needs to be set to large collidable as well. Okay, perfect. But also, wait. Oh, that's where the issue comes from. Okay, perfect. I understand what I need to do here then. So this needs to be assigned to this. I think I just never assigned it. And roof floor here needs to be assigned to roof floor. I guess this one was actually fine. But roof metal grade A needs to be set to not collision only, but large collidable. And this, so it's large collidable. Perfect. Name override. Nope, that looks good to me. I shouldn't cause issues, hopefully, please. Please. I'm into girls, they're just not that into me, so I gotta keep trying. Don't stop. Never give in, man. Never give in to the doomers. There's so many doomers online, man. They're like, I hate women because they hate me. It's like, okay, dude. Well, that's pretty weird. Maybe just be a little bit more normal. Maybe just work on it. Think on it deeply. Man, I really want to bake lighting, but it's going to take forever, so I'm not gonna. It's exhausting. If it's exhausting, you're doing it wrong. To be honest. Honestly, the fact that I kept falling for the doom bait, especially from my highly political friend, probably explains why emotionally and such I feel not good at all. Yeah, that'll do it. You'll just hear, like, the worst shit ever, dude. The only correct political take, in my opinion, which I will never talk about actual politics on this channel, is just to realize that both sides are trying to make you angry and think the other side is evil, and the truth is never that bad, and it's always somewhere in between. No matter how convincing your friends are. They're just fucking reading headlines of articles. They're probably not even reading the actual fucking article, and even if they did, it's still doom bait and all extremely biased bullshit. Just disengage. It's not worth it. Politics is all he ever talks about? That's the most annoying kind of friend to have. I get it. An occasional political conversation can be interesting. Could be like, oh, let's engage with this person. You know, it's fine as long as both people are like chill about it. But if somebody always talks about politics, that's so fucking annoying, bro. Holy shit. Stop. Like, I feel like the exception to that is when you're talking about like world events and things and you like actually interesting stuff. But like if you have a friend, you know what I mean? Like, because you can be like, oh yeah, there's like some crazy stuff going on, and then it like inevitably ties into politics. Sure, that's fine. That's just the nature of like how that is like a big world event and this and that, blah blah blah. Sure, sure. But somebody like every conversation, they're just like, my political team and this happened. It's like, yeah, dude, that's cool. Politics is only annoying if you don't have an equal interest, but it can be true for. I mean, that's true if you're like really into it. Like, I like talking to my dad about politics sometimes. That's fun. I really enjoy that. He's really well versed, really smart dude. He has really good, interesting conversations. But he's also just like really smart and actually like has like fucking stuff that like I don't know. When you just talk to people who are just like on their social media feed all day, it's like, oh, thanks, dude. I'm so glad we're gonna talk about this political thing that you read in an article. That's just so fun. Wait, I put a big rock here. Did I put one in? Wait, that's kind of bad, actually. This is not a great spot for... it's probably fine. Did I put one on the other side? That's probably fine. What's new? A lot, actually. Look, giant ramp cliff things here. They come down from the bases. Allows you to go down, but not back up. Tons more rocks. Many rocks. Very nice. Just basically beautifying the map has been the last 2 hours. Analyze all viewpoints to see the facts of support from. Exactly. Most people won't do that, though. That's just... You could tell people, hey, you need to look at, like, alternative viewpoints. That way you can get a fair and, like, balanced reality. People ain't doing that shit. Let's be real. People ain't doing that shit at all. They'll hear that. They'll acknowledge that they need to do that. Then they won't. It'd just be like that. Time to snow goose around, dude. Let's go. Because both sides suck. True. That's so true. Both sides make me hate political discussions. In fact, I'm going to stop this conversation here because I don't want to go any deeper. We're done. Conversation over. Snow goose! Woo! You see the new giant cliff area that I added earlier? Looks kind of nice. Honestly, I think it'll be a pretty good addition to the map overall. Oh shit! Where am I? Dude, I'm lost in my own map. This place is huge. I found the secret base. Where's the... Oh, yeah, no, it's got a little mongoose right here. Oh! It's like making your own house, a lot of hallways and getting lost in it, yeah. Doesn't it have landing gear? Yeah, it's got 4 landing gears. How often does a sentinel event occur? I haven't scripted it to occur naturally yet. Right now, I just trigger it with a button press. I'm thinking every not 5. I'm thinking every 3 to 8 minutes randomly. So it could start as early as 3 minutes, but as late as 8 minutes. So you'll usually see it in any given match because most matches will go on about that long. I really want to paint the map. It's not worth it yet because if I edit the structure of the map at all, I'll lose all my texture progress. So I basically have to finalize the terrain before actually texturing anything. But god damn, man, this map will look 10 times better when I actually texture it. Look at this. Look how much better this is going to look. And I'm not even going to use the in-game tools for this in the end. But like... because I'll be using Substance Painter to make it, like, actually nice. Look at this. Just clean up all that real quick. But then check this out. I can paint snow on the tops of these things. I can make it look way better if I was doing this in Substance Painter, too, but, like... Gyarados, thank you for the 5.
Modatrix loyal chat by simply driving around map silently on Snow Goose. Defends actions by saying it is modding and we are beneath him.
So true, so based. Like, okay, even though this is really lazy, this, or well, actually, I bet it would look even better over here. Hold on. Hold on, pause. Let me make my point. Okay, this kind of a vibe, plus maybe even a little bit of a variety of texture in there. I need to redo that texture. That's really ugly. But like this kind of vibe, imagine it even smoother, even more carefully done without just blobs of color. It'll be like actual textures versus, boom, how it looks now. Could be a lot better, is the point that I'm trying to make. Oh, it's gonna be so nice when there's actual, like, I'm gonna use like natural paint brushes and things for like shapes to make like, oh, it's gonna be so good. Nice rock. Thanks. Thanks. This is very nice rock. It's very pleasant rock. I like it. The CE remake doesn't have snow tessellation. All right, dude, it's gonna have snow tessellation. The CE remake's gonna have fucking ray tracing, global illumination, Unreal Engine 5, maxed out ultra giga graphics. There'll be a bunch of people like, oh, I can't wait to get back in Halo. This is going to be so fun. Let me download it on my PC. And then it's going to be like, sorry, this requires a fucking 4090. Oh, you can't buy a 4090 because of shortages? Guess you can't fucking play Halo, pussy. And that's going to be the end of it. That's the end of it. Sorry, I know you wanted to play Halo, but all these companies made really selfish deals that are terrible for the end consumer so that they could make a fuck ton of money off of the AI bubble. Sorry. Holy crap. The thing is, I don't actually think it's going to crash. I don't think the Halo thing is going to crash because Halo Reach is the engine that they're using it on underneath. And it's a really stable, really solid engine. The Unreal Engine layer, since it's purely visuals, I doubt it'll do anything crazy, but yeah, it should be fine. I was buy it on PS5 because I'm stuck with a 1070. Yeah, that's definitely the better move, not gonna lie. I'm gonna be playing it on PC, but I'm gonna be playing that shit on low graphics. I have a 2080 Ti and a mid-tier CPU, so I'm pretty... My shit's kind of old now, but it still tanks stuff pretty good. But on a brand new, modern Unreal Engine maxed out game, that shit ain't running smooth. My graphics gonna be low as hell. Give me some screen space reflections, please. I'm good on the RTX shit. Thoughts? I thought they switched to UE5 now, only for visuals. It's like the Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster, where it's like the Oblivion engine underneath, and then the Unreal Engine on over the top. That's what Campaign Evolved is. They're actually using the Halo Reach engine underneath, and they're basically using the logic and function and gameplay and like all that shit. Like how I'm in the editor here in the Halo 3 engine, they're doing that, but in the Halo Reach engine, but it's like integrated in Unreal as well. So it's like, they basically just took the Halo Reach engine, merged it into Unreal Engine for the visuals, and they're using now Unreal Engine as the main editor, but it's got the entire Halo Reach engine underneath it for all the logic, movement, animation systems, and everything. They basically took this... Well, I guess I could use the actual one. This is Halo Reach Foundation. This is my Halo 3 editor, which lets me edit tags and stuff. What they did is they took this, this is Halo Reach's foundation, right? You have all the tags you can edit. You can edit, like, all the properties of stuff, the HUD elements. I mean, they probably replaced that with full Unreal Engine stuff, to be fair, but, like, if I wanted to edit a vehicle, right, in Halo Reach here, here's the Scorpion vehicle tag. Basically, this whole editor and all of this stuff in the Halo Reach engine, what they did is they took this and they put all of it into Unreal Engine. So, like, they can do all of this Halo tag editing, but it's in the Unreal Engine editor now. It's like a hybrid Halo Unreal Engine thing they have going on. When they were showcasing and doing the behind-the-scenes stuff, you could actually see it. They had all of these blocks and info pieces and edits, just like in Halo Reach, but you could see it happening in the Unreal Engine editor. So like they did some crazy fuckery to merge the two. Actually based though, because the Halo Reach engine is super fucking smooth and fantastic. It's basically the best Halo engine to pick. It makes the most sense. Halo 4 got a little fucky. If you've ever worked with Halo 4, dude, low-key kind of a nightmare. It's got higher limits. You can get away with way more. You can make way more advanced, higher definition, higher quality stuff in it. It's basically just Halo Reach engine is the all-around most polished, most smooth, most modern version you could do. Unreal 5 being like a wrapper for the chocolatey Halo center. That's a good way of putting it, but honestly, just calling it a wrapper around the Halo engine isn't fair, because they're integrated and intertwined, it seems, in a pretty deep way. It's not just wrapped around it. They are definitely properly integrated, but the Halo engine is definitely there too. Praises Reach engine, also refuses to use Reach engine. It's not that I refuse to use the Reach engine, it's just Halo 3 lets you do more fun stuff. Like, in Halo Reach, you can't do a Mantis vehicle. It'll crash. You can't do the early mover physics for vehicles, so, like, the skiff wouldn't work with players walking on it. The Pelican wouldn't let people walk around inside of it. You can't do Scarabs either in Reach, because you can't walk around on them either. You get flung off because that physics style doesn't work. This is just, the engine just has some issues that make the stuff that I specifically like to do kind of suck. Which makes me sad. Everything else on it's great. It's basically just no biped vehicles and none of the cool early mover physics. Not the worst thing ever, but a bit restricting. I want to go back to the Reach engine though and do the Godzilla mod. That's going to be a lot of fun. Wonder why Reach's engine and not 4's? I can't say the exact reason, but I have a heavy suspicion as to why. Okay. I have used the Reach engine quite a lot. Great. I have used the Halo 4 engine. Not as much, but still quite a lot. Darksteel, thank you for the 3, dude. That's like the first tip of the stream.
What are we talking about? I just got here.
Talking about why they're using the Halo Reach engine as the base engine for Campaign Evolved rather than 4. My suspicion is because Halo 4's engine is very messy. Very, very messy. And most of the benefits that Halo 4 has over Reach are graphical. Most of the big benefits are making levels more intense and graphically nice and more complicated, but you don't need any of those benefits if you have Unreal Engine working over the top. It would be completely useless to have. So if you have a choice between Halo Reach and Halo 4 engine underneath, you don't need all the graphical improvements of 4, and Halo 4 also has a lot of buggy, annoying shit in it that's not great. Also, if you're using Halo Reach as the base, you get all the Halo Reach animations right off rip for the Spartans, Elites, for the Marines, all that shit. And obviously you can change that as much as you want, add as many as you want. We even saw they backported some animations from like Halo 5 into there, from other games. They merged it all together, doing whatever they want. But it gives you a really great baseline. If you're doing Halo 4 as the start, they completely rebuilt the Spartan rig. The Spartan rig that like controls the animations and the structure of the Spartans in multiplayer and campaign and stuff, they completely changed it in Halo 4. I think? I'm pretty sure, yeah, they completely changed it in Halo 4. They didn't start it in Reach, did they? Reach and 4 are incompatible. I'm pretty sure 4 starts a new rig, and they use the same animations and skeleton rig for the Spartans from Halo 4 into 5 and into Infinite. Green not foaming out? No, I mean, there's nothing for Green to get mad. I mean, he would get mad anyway, just for the bit, but there's nothing really to be mad about there. The Halo 4 engine's just not the optimal engine to use for Campaign Evolved. It's just not. There's way more benefits to using Reach, in my opinion, so it makes perfect sense why they would use it. I'm glad they did, honestly. I think, not that my opinion necessarily matters, because I'm just a modder, but having used the engines quite a lot, Reach makes the most sense. I think they absolutely made the correct choice. Halo 4, you don't need the graphical improvements, and anything that Halo 4 that might have had as an improvement that Reach didn't have, guess what? They can just backport it into the Reach engine. Done. They have to do that for certain things. And then we already know they've improved and built upon the Reach engine too. They had aim down sights and stuff in there. So they're clearly not just taking the vanilla Reach engine. They're obviously modifying it and adding more features. I mean, obviously they have to, because they're massively integrating an Unreal Engine, which is really cool. But like, they're obviously adding new stuff and backporting cool features they added in like 4 or 5, whatever. The Elite and Brutes melee was busted in Reach? Well, that's an easy fix. Even I could fix that. I don't even need to go engine level to do that. You can just change some damage values. Okay, peeking around. What else needs to change? I think this is all really nice. I definitely got to add this to be more of a ramped surface, I think. When I went off it last time, I just went fucking flat and died. It was very sad. This one's ramped, though, which is nice. Kind of go, whee! I like the animation and hit timing. Oh, yeah. Also editable. Flame Hog or Grenade Hog next? Well, we have the Grenade Hog now, actually. That's done. We did that yesterday. So it's a done deal. You can charge it up for your EMP shot, too. Knock a Falcon out of the sky if your aim's good enough. I was debating this, actually, balance-wise on the grenade turret here. I do think I want to make it fire rapidly and then have, like, a burnout cooldown. So you could rapidly fire, or you could steady fire for consistent output. But if you need a burst, you can go pop, 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 and then do, like, quick burst damage, but then it has a cooldown as the weapon lowers its heat. Kind of like a meter, a bar for that would be kind of sick. The rocket sound feels really off. Oh, it is the rocket sound. Yeah, I agree. I could port the grenade sound from Reach for sure. I do think the rocket sound makes sense, but it would definitely be better to have the proper Reach, like, clunk kind of sound that it's got. It also needs a wind-up EMP sound so that you know you're EMPing, because right now it doesn't make a noise. It just has a visual. You can't really tell that you're EMPing. That is, yeah, I'll change the sound for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go AFK really quick though. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'm gonna make myself some coffee. So give me just 5 minutes. I'll come back and I think we'll work a little bit more on the Grenade Hog here. Yo, Darksteel, thanks for another 3, man. Appreciate it. For real, thank you.
According to Halamud's Discord, the Warthog is actually known as an assault gun. Don't ask how I know.
The Warthog is an assault gun? I mean, the turret is? Maybe? Shit, I don't know, man. Look at my cool assault gun, guys. It's a nice assault gun we got here. Okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom and get some coffee. Give me just 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Oh! You get scared? I bet I scared you. But that sound scared the shit out of you. You're so scared now. What are you gonna cry? You gonna piss your pants? Huh? That's gross. Don't do that, please. Please, that's really fucking gross. Do not do that. Look at how beautiful our map is now. I love it so much. I need to make this area look better, though. This is boring and bland right now. Kind of nasty. It's a little chunky looking. It's a little low poly. We can work on that. We can make that better. Oh! Need a snow hog run? Dude, you could make a snow hog run just by playing on this map, generally. Make it look like an avalanche right there. What, here? I suppose that's doable. Just make it a giant pile of snow rather than a cliff. That'd be cool. Man, I cannot wait to do the art pass on this map, though, for real. It's driving me crazy. It's so ugly right now. I'm gonna take down the shields. Man, I gotta figure out the best way to make it so these towers get destroyed, because the destruction animation is so fun. Having the shield go down when you hit the switch up here makes the most sense for sure. I think I'm not even going to make it so the... I think what I'm going to have to do for this map, because this is the Forge compatible spire, I'm going to rework and make a second version of this spire where every piece is individual, has a name, and is referenced in the scripts, and it'll be tied to buttons and other various scripts and things that will essentially make it so you can go up there and you can actually hit a switch, it'll make a sound, and the shield will go down. Like, properly. And that'll make this gameplay, I think, a lot more interesting and fun. To make it feel more, like, cinematic and cool. Lots of buttons and switches. And then actually destroying this thing, I'm going to have to make, like, some kind of core or something. I don't know what yet. But I think destroying the tower is going to be too troublesome to not make it anything other than an end-of-round type scenario. But also, I have an idea. If the tower is destroyed, you would originally have a flag up here, right, that you would have to go up and get to. But if you destroy the tower, what I could do is have scripts say, is the tower alive? No, it's destroyed. Okay, take the capture the flag thing, teleport it down to here. New capture the flag spot is there. So maybe that way the spire can actually be dynamic, which I think would be kind of interesting. You could definitely make that happen. How about bomb assault? Only you plant the bomb and it blows up the spire? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely going to be a thing. The spire is definitely going to be destroyed by the assault bomb. And multi-bomb would be extra fun, because you could, like, destroy the spire, and then you would have to, like, destroy it again at the bottom there. Oh my god, wait. How peak would it be if it says, like, you hear a bomb detonated and then nothing happens, and then you just hear, like, a voice line come over, and it's just like, frigate Grafton inbound, and then a whole fucking frigate comes down and just goes, shh, boom, and Mac blasts it. That would go stupidly hard, not gonna lie. It's possible. It's possible. Tactical nuke incoming. Nukes are a bit much on this map, frankly. Where is my nuke? Do I have the nuke launcher? It's so funny because on huge grass, don't get me wrong, the nukes are unbelievably over the top. But on this map, they're like extra ridiculous. I'm spawning in the nuke launcher, hang on. Look how big a nuke is on this map. Just annihilated fucking everything. Half the map is gone. It's a game ender? Oh yeah, 100%. Just have less ammo for it? Hell, I'm not putting the nuke launcher on the map. Hell fucking no. Absolutely not. That is anti-fun. The nuke launcher is really fun if you are shooting it. Other than that, it's the worst thing ever. Now, the Light of Judgment, on the other hand, this is a lot more of a precision strike. With a lot that you can actually do to get away from it. You have a lot of time to prepare. It's still insane and really cool, but you at least can prepare for this shit. Is ironically splitting hairs here. Oh. Sick? I know, right? I love it so much. I'm loving the rocks. I'm loving the new terrain. Dude, I can't do it yet, but every single time I look at this map, I just want to be like, oh yeah, let's draw some like pathways, you know, make it seem kind of lived in, shrink the cursor down a little bit. Make it a little bigger, make it a little softer, then you come in through here and you know you gotta like start cutting away at it a little bit, make it feel a little bit more weathered, make it a little more reasonable, make some more thick paths like that, maybe some cuts into it. Like, could you imagine if the whole map had like some proper pathways through it? It would look so much better than this. Oh, I need it! Oh! Well, we could try. We could try texturing it. Not out of the question. Have you considered having some Forerunner machinery in the walls of the chasm going down to the abyss, kind of like Halo Wars? It's not a bad idea. I didn't really think about that at all, to be honest, but having like, some giant Forerunner bits there would be kind of sick, yeah. Sick nasty. Do I do texturing on stream? Yeah. Yeah, I've done plenty of texturing on stream. I kind of want to experiment with it, frankly. I think it'd be kind of sick. Let me try it. Out of curiosity. What would that look like? I'll make a quick save here. I'm going to call it Huge Towers 27-Substance Test. And I'm just going to delete anything other than literally the terrain. So unhide. Delete. Get rid of all the modifiers. That leaves us just basically with this. And we have the materials, ground, cliff, sky, cliff out of bounds. And we'd basically just be texturing ground and cliff. Everything else I don't really give a fuck. So I'm going to try exporting this out as... Let's delete that. I'll try exporting this out as... just the map, I guess. I'll save it as an FBX. I think I probably have to scale it down, though. Let's do scale point. Scale point 01. Okay, hold on. It should work a bit better now. Sometimes when I export Halo stuff from Substance Painter, it just fucking does not like when shit is that big. Substance Painter starts exploding. Whoa! The next map you're gonna make the Dart Hog, the Dorpian, the Dongoose, the Dalkin, and the Dornit. Would it be a desert map? Is that what those would be? Dongoose. Dong. Yeah, no, that'd be kind of sick actually. 3. Hold on, I'm in the background. I'm doing some crazy shit right now. I'll show you in just a second. Huge towers. Substance. Huge towers. Okay. So this is where I'm at. This is Substance Painter. This is the map. And I'm going to get fucking started. So we're going to start with the ground texture because that's more important to me, frankly. I'm going to do some tests. First thing we're going to do is make a fill layer. We're only going to have color here. I'm not going to worry about any of the other properties. So it looks very matte and boring now, but that's a good thing in my opinion. I'll do the same with the cliff. Well, I'll leave the cliff, I guess. But yeah, the ground texture looks like this. We're going to make it all white to kind of show that this is basically snow. And eventually I'm going to make these red, green, and blue. But we have snow, and then I'm going to make another material. And this material is also just going to be color. And this is going to be gravel, because we have a gravelly texture that we can paint on. So I'll make it like a dark gray like that. And then technically there is one more, which I do want to use. That is kind of a pale blue. This is ice. And what I'm going to do for all of these, at least for these actually, I'm going to add black masks to them. So that way all we have is the snow. And on the gravel, I can add a paint layer onto the mask. So basically, there is a bunch of gravel texture here, but you can't see any of it because I have hidden it behind a mask. And now I can paint onto that mask to paint gravel onto stuff. So hopefully this will work pretty well. Hopefully. All right. This is probably a waste of time, to be honest, but I had some ideas. One idea I had was to duplicate our little gravel here. This will be gravel outline. And I wanted to test by doing a generator. So I'm going to generate on the UV border like this to add a little bit of gravel around the edges. So that way you can kind of see there would be a layer of gravel around like pretty much everything, which is not necessarily what I want, but might be actually good to just have as a start. I don't think it would look too bad. First, a good question on that note, is it possible to make a glassing beam where you can hold down the trigger and aim it slowly traces where you're aiming? I don't think so. Maybe with scripting. If you did like a really complicated script for it, it could be possible. There's a huge impact effect. There's going to be a beam in the sky, going to be invisible projectiles, and it could work. I don't know if you could do it. That is a banger idea. It might be possible with scripting. In fact, it should be possible with scripting, but it would be pretty challenging, I suspect. I feel like it would be possible, though. The reason I suspect it's possible is because I was able to do a Halo Wars thing where you can direct AI to go to certain locations. And theoretically, you could do some kind of hacky scripting bullshit to do the exact same thing. But then instead of having like a regular boring AI follow it, you could have like a very specialized Corvette style or ship styled AI to come in and glass stuff and follow that path, a multi-point path of some kind. I don't know, but it seems possible. I wish I could add some randomness to it. Maybe I can actually. Let's do filter. Not blur. I want to do a... Is there a distortion I can apply to this? That might actually be great. Blur slope. No, I don't want a blur. I don't want a bevel or a directional blur. I want... Ooh, wait, maybe this. Maybe some weathering. That'd be kind of sick, actually. You don't need to have a ship. It could just come from the sky. Yeah, that's true. I feel like it definitely should be possible. I can't think of an exact way to do it off the top of my head, but it definitely should be possible. Oh, Oh, this is what I wanted. Okay, let's see what kind of brushes we're working with. I don't really do nice terrain stuff, so I'm not particularly familiar. I'm gonna try some like strong charcoal brushes. If I wanted to do a pathway, would this be good? No. Unless I took the... Save. Okay, good. Unless I wanted to take some attributes of this down a little bit, like... flow, not the flow, the spacing. No, that's not going to be it. Too uniform. Non-existent? Oh, there we go. Not what I'm looking for. What about crystal? Honestly, not the worst. If I did like this, and then I kind of cut into it. I could see that working actually decently well. It's not a bad texture. I know a lot of artists use silly brushes, so it really just comes down to like... I definitely don't want any hatched. Ooh, dirt. This is where I'm at. This is it. I'm going to try exporting this and see what happens. This will be my first test. So, for the snow, it has to be red. The ice is... Is that ice? Yeah, ice is green, and then gravel is blue. Got it. Gravel is full blue. Zero 100 FF. And then, of course, ice would come after as solid green. Which does not exist on this texture yet. Well, maybe as a test I could do a little ice field. That might be kind of cool. The fuck? Why does it keep switching me to the stamp tool? Fuck off. Okay, we'll give that a try. So I'm going to export it, only the ground texture, and on the ground texture it's only going to be the base color. All this other stuff is useless to me. So we export, oh whoops. Halo, huge towers. Export. Okay. So it gave us these textures, which actually, hold on. I don't need cliff exporting, anything like that. Almost there. And I'm going to rename these files, because they have insane file names, to just... Well, actually, to just whatever it is in-game. Huge Towers bitmaps. Huge Towers blend. I can work with that. All right, it's exporting as a PNG. Oops. Huge towers blend. Okay, now we should be good. So let me just run the bitmaps command tool. Bitmaps, levels, multi, huge towers, bitmaps. All right. Ooh. Subtle, but nice. Ooh, and the gravel pathway is very interesting. Very subtle, admittedly, but nice. Look at the way that it, like, outline accents everything in, like, kind of a messy way. I think I like that. Just auto-generating that kind of went crazy. Feels much better having those kind of, like, shared contrasting color values on the snow, like blending in together with the cliffs. That's nice. That's a good touch. Makes everything feel a lot more polished. Those hard edges on cliffs and things have really, like, smoothed out. It's not perfect, but it's decent. Okay, let's do some more tests here. Oh wait, where's the ice? The ice field. The ice field's tasteful, but I'm gonna get rid of it. I didn't like that. But I like this dirt brush. This dirt brush is really good. Can a scribe navigate the terrain? Yes. Yes, it can. Just got here? Yeah, I'm painting the textures right now, or at least doing, like, test paints of the textures. Trying to go too heavy with the paths. You say that, but I also noticed, look at the way the blue outline is done. Seems pretty strong here, but then you look in-game. The way the textures actually handle that is with a very harsh edge that immediately does a gradient fade that's very subtle. So only at the hardest places does the texture seem to really fully go. Everywhere else is, like, very, very subtle. And if you notice, also the pathway became extremely subtle here. So I'll see, though. You're probably right. It probably is a bit too heavy, but we'll see. I'll just throw it in-game as a test and see what happens. We save. Let's export our textures. The cool thing about doing this in Substance, by the way, though, I don't lose my progress here. Even if I redo the UVs on this, the cool thing Substance Painter does is it saves the position of where I brushed which means even if I change the UVs on this model, because I'm brush painting on the 3D space, I can change the UVs as much as I want. Everything stays the same. I don't lose any progress with this. Yeah, even still, that's a pretty subtle, nice, but subtle kind of effect on the snow. Oh, dude, the detailing makes me so happy. Seeing actual pathways and things is crazy. Oh my god, it feels so much more polished now all of a sudden. What the fuck? Feels like an actual map. Are you kidding me? The difference is like night and day. What the fuck? Beautiful. Let's keep it rolling then. Let's try this. Let's do the pit. So I'm kind of just drawing out like general pathways that like vehicles would theoretically travel. Condition masking also makes everything a million times easier. Auto painting on shadows and crevices as well, adjusting how much the tops of surfaces. I'm not sure what condition masking is. Looks like a Pokeball. It kind of does, yeah. Turn my opacity down a little. Get some of this paint removed. Alright, let's try this. I want to also see how this looks in-game with my cool Pokeball texture. Oh, wait, actually, before I forget, I did want to do large streaks coming out of the middle. like that, and then my plan was to kind of like do that a little bit. Okay, that's not bad. Let's give that a go. Well, let me tone that one down a little bit. You need to make a curvature and AO map for it to work, but it's awesome. In substance, but you paint like conditions like shadow, top surfaces, bottom. Oh, yeah. No, that'd be great actually. Oh, you know what? In fact, it might even look. I'm not using anything that's currently using baked texture, so I wasn't planning on baking them anyway. But I can definitely bake the mesh maps and see if none of my generators that I'm using right now should use the AO or world space or curvature or anything, but might as well have it. Alright, let's see how these textures look. See if I was cooking, or if I should stop being allowed to cook. Fuck. So this is our before, where it doesn't look very good, and potentially now, an after that looks better. Ooh, yeah, dude. Holy shit, that's way better. Hello? God damn. Honestly, maybe a little too gray, but that's fucking sick. I am cooking. Holy fuck, man. Thank you for the...
Hop on fort later, cup.
Yo, thanks for the 2, Jay. Appreciate it. I didn't expect to see that, to be honest. No, this is sick, though. I really like this. This is adding an insane level of definition to the map. Oh my god. Okay, this completely changes the feel of the spawn. This seems kind of off-center. It needs to be a little more over to the right. I'll just expand it, make it a little bigger. The extra gray inside the shield makes sense since the shield might block some of the snow. True, actually, that's a fair point. And out here, we still have a lot of white snowy areas to be sure. Jesus, Mateus, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it.
Flamethrower nog.
Oh, I can't. Look at this. Look, I'm doing textures and substance. Look how much better the map looks. It's insane. Actually nuts. I love it so much. I sent a video to paint my mouse using very similar 3D code, similar to substance. Let me see. Let me see this. Let me see this shit. Oh, yeah, you can do it based on, like, direction. Ah, I gotta do that on the mountains for, like, adding snow. That would go crazy. Mateus, thank you for the 2. Oh wait, that's not Mateus. That's Bill
Yo,
Clinton.
RJ, can
Yo.
we and Bubba join in with your?
Who's that?
We can run quads on Fortnite.
No, it seems like you and Jay might want to just play on the duos. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, forget that. Do new thing.
True. Yeah, I don't know where that's located, but I'm 100% sure Substance has it. Let me see. I want to at least try that on the cliffs. I feel like the cliffs would go kind of stupid crazy with that. Do new paint layer, just color. Let me double check what the color layers I use for these thingies are. Structure painter I use. So blue channel is the snow, green channel is the good rock, and red channel is the ugly rock that I need to fix. So we're going to do green and then blue for these then. So all green for the base coat. And then the coat atop that will be all blue for the snow. And then on this, I'll add a paint layer, not a paint layer, I'll add a black mask with a paint layer. And minus the paint layer, I will add a generator or curvature. Let's see if that works. To be honest, I am not seeing anything on it right now. Okay, so that just goes generally on curvature, not like an up and down, top to bottom type thing. That's just on general curvature. Let's try another generator. You can almost definitely do a substance, but you'll have to bake curvature and AO. Oh, I already did. Yeah, no, I just did it a second ago. Would position do the trick? Maybe position. Mateus, thanks for the 5. Appreciate it.
Thanks Bill and Jay for taking all the oxygen out of the room. Tell Donnie I'm gonna pay him a visit soon if he keeps up his bullshit.
Shut up, dude. Okay, I don't think it's position. Thank you for the 5. Ambient occlusion, no. Auto. Where is it? I know there's a thing for it built into the generator. Is it world space? World space normals, maybe. Light could do it. Light could do the trick. If I do both at 90.
Fuck wow, cunt wow.
What the hello? Oh, thank you. Little Saint J. Alright. That sure is a name. Let's give that a try. That might be... That's too much.
That's it, EMPing the planet. We don't deserve electricity, we've proven to be irresponsible with it.
True.
Back to the Stone Age, we're rediscovering electricity.
I think that's one of the few things we have left to do in an intelligent way. We don't deserve this. Can we forge on this map? I do plan on allowing forge, yeah. Whoa, that made it really snowy on the rocks. God damn. Looks pretty good though, honestly. You can really see the definition in them now. Shit. That made the map look like 10 times better. That's actually crazy. You gotta remind me to unfuck this thing right here. Yeah, that's insane. That made the map look so much better. Holy fuck. Save for this. I don't want this to have all that. Kind of killing the blend there. Look at that, dude. You can actually see the definition I put into the mountains now. The textures actually show it. Condition mask saves so much time. So true, though. So true. This is already looking pretty amazing. Like, this looks like a completely different level from where we started earlier today. This looks really good. Let's put in a little sand rock debris into the crevices. That's a good idea. Drive around. That was exactly what I was thinking. The problem is I haven't done like all the map yet, but we're getting there. Oh my god, the snow goes crazy. You were so right, Skaboodly. That is fat W. Oh my god, that looks... Oh, you gotta see this in full screen. Elon Musk, thank you for the 2.
Wow, please, 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 can I come on the island, please? Man, fuck that, I didn't want to go anyway.
Okay, then. God damn. I definitely need to tweak certain things, but like... But damn. The only thing you should ever have to hand paint are roadways and cleanup? True. Also, you should honestly apply the same curvature mask for both materials at once so they blend better. It's not a bad idea. The thing I did before for my blend mask on the ground texture was I just did a UV outline to add those details to everything there. But it would probably be wise if atop the gravel outline I made another layer of snow. Snow, blend, cliff. Thank you for the 1, Donnie D. God damn it.
I'm over here stroking my dick. You got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just...
Turbo simp. Kindly calm the fuck down. Relax. Relax. Calm down. It's okay. Shh. Okay, well this effect is not blending as much as I would have liked for it to have. Oh wait, it's on the wrong fucking thing.
Entire boss.
Understandable. Seems like this really destroys the outline. Maybe not in a bad way. Hold on, I know my brain's a little cooked because I've been streaming for a bit here. New guy modeling 400 structures is actually pretty damn good. They need cleanup, but they had it studied perfectly. Sand pigs. Ooh! Damn! What the fuck is this? That's sick. Hello? These look crazy. Huge fucking W, man. This is sick. Holy shit. Perfected Forerunner Greebles. That's wild. God damn, man. Wait, I think I just needed to invert this. You know what? Hold on. I gotta delete this. I gotta delete this. Okay. Turn off the gravel outline. Alright. So on the cliff, the blue is snow. On the ground, the red is snow. So when I have blue here, there needs to be red around it. And when I have the green cliff material here, there needs to be blue around it. Okay, that's confusing as fuck, but I can work with that. So I have this gravel outline that is permanently adding blue around everything, which is bad, because anywhere that there's blue touching, that's bad. The blue needs to be touching red. Why? It's fine. I'm not going to fix that color. Whatever. It can be complicated. So I'm going to do something over top the gravel outline, which is that I want the blue to touch red, so I make a red layer. This will be Snow Cliff Blend. I'm going to make it invisible, so it's gone. And then I'm going to paste that effect I did from the top. And this, theoretically, makes it so the red touches the blue. It actually just applies the red on fucking everything, everywhere, all the time. But also, I can do a little trick where I grab the UV border distance and I also paste that effect. But invert it. Am I cooking? No, I'm not cooking. So the light goes straight down. Put a link layer on top of both the materials and paint blue in the crevices of the curvature. I'm going to be honest, my brain's cooked right now. I'm struggling to understand what that even means anymore. Like, basic understanding of things is becoming challenging for me at this point. I think this is what I wanted, though. This only applies that filter here on the UV border distance. Unless... Can I add a mask onto an effect? Wait, big brain. Copy this effect, delete it. Can I add a second mask? Another black mask. Wait. No, that clears the mask. Need a chug of Monster Red Bulls? I've had 2 coffees this stream. I'm dying. Okay, so this is what it looks like before. This is what it looks like after. The red is there and is having an effect. It is blending it. But where there is green, there should be blue touching, and yet there is not. These are fundamentally incompatible effects that will not work well together. The green and the blue should touch, yes. The blue and the red should touch. This blue on the cliff should be touching the red. We theoretically paste this effect in. Sort of works, actually. It does sort of work. You can see where there's green, there's a little bit of blue kind of poking in there, but it's not strong enough. A lot of green there, a lot of blue there. It actually, it's working pretty nicely, all things considered. Maybe that'll do. Maybe I just underestimated how much snow is actually everywhere. I don't know, but let's give it a try. See if it looks better or worse. Hopefully, we're going to get some vibes where we think, you know what? That's better. That's what we're going to say. They do blend reasonably well together. I think I might have liked it more before. I'm kind of having a hard time telling. Skaboodly, what are you doing? Thank you for the $5. Why are you giving me money?
Need an attorney? Call Rob. Rob Lob.
Rob Lob?
Give us a call at Rob Lob Law.
Rob Lob Law? Give you a call, Rob Lob Law. That is a really nice blend, though, I must admit. Boodley's cooking with that. I just wanted to hear someone say that. You know what? Fair enough. Honestly, the ugliest part of this map now is the fucking... Well, okay, besides that, but we don't look at that. Is the fucking rocks that I put. Now they don't blend very well anymore. Sad. Okay, we're gonna do a before and after, and I wanted you guys to tell me which one you prefer. Here is how, well, honestly, there's not really a better solution. Well, I suppose I could do, well, I'm gonna try something here. If I turn the light attenuation up, this is how much it's like eating into and overwriting stuff. What was that, 0.87? I'm going to do 0.93. I think that's a bit better. So we got some of those harsher dirt outlines back where they need to be. Maybe even a little too harsh, but I think it's nice. Like the snow melts into snow there. Snow on the rocks equals snow on the ground, but then you get to this area, it's like, oh, get a little bit of harsh dirt outline there. Same with there. Not bad. Not bad. Dude, I'm just so satisfied with how this is coming out. This is really looking nice. Honestly, the darker colors, because the snow was so blindingly white before, having a lot more gravel and dirt and everything really feels good. I haven't textured over there yet, but at least coming over here is nice. Kind of make my map slightly dark so the blue doesn't blind people. Yeah, it's definitely coming together a lot more here because of the less blinding shit going on. This, but with baked lighting. Oh, dude, can you imagine? I wonder how blinding it is if I go in and out of the... Oh, I guess I can't even tell how blinding it is because there's no lighting generated, so it's not even dark in this room. Not anymore. Now Snorpion is camouflage? True. Need to move these watchtowers. They're really in the way. Oh! Oh! Alert red and you have Santa's sleigh. I'm not sure it works like that, but whatever you say. I think I'll also need to import into Substance Painter all the rocks and all the objects like buildings and things. That way I can get a better feel for where everything is. The trees will be pointless because those really get to go wherever they want, but it should be fun. Woo! This is a feature! Yeah! The thing feels like it weighs like nothing. It's ridiculous. Even without having manually painted anything over here, these new auto-generated texture stuff from Substance feel really good. It makes the map feel so much more believable. We're gonna see this crater. Oh, it's all snow over here. Look how white and happy and bright it is. Ew! I can't live here. I gotta go to the other crater where it's dark and gloomy and gritty. Oh, that's so much better. Thank God, that was a close one. Nice, dude. This is the best this map has ever looked, and it ain't even close. Oh, feels good. All right, I'm gonna call it quits, guys. It's late. It's late, and I want to go do other non-Halo related work, so that way I can feel not guilty about how much work I did in a day. So I'm gonna go do that, but I want to give a huge thanks to you guys being here. I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. We're going to make this map look so fucking good tomorrow. It's gonna be ridiculous. If you think this is already a major improvement with the textures and stuff here, you ain't seen nothing yet. Tomorrow we are cooking. Dude, that looks so nice. The color contrast. Oh my God. Yeah, we're going to make the whole map look this good and then even better, preferably. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for all the generous super chats, memberships, all the tips. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Truly, it does. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night out. And news on Ultimate Forge. I'm still cooking on it in the background. I haven't had enough time on it for the past 2 days to make any progress. But tomorrow and even tonight, I'm going to be getting some work done on it. So I'll keep you updated. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. I will see you then. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central. You know where to find me. I'll see you guys there. All right. Later, you guys. Bye-bye!